Hello.
Hi.
I am the proud parent of 2 children with autism. The Common Core standards for ELA and math are both hundreds of pages long. The document outlining application for students with disabilities is 2 pages long. Not 200 pages, 2 pages. The Common Core state standards were implemented in 2010, but the New York State Test Access and Accommodations Guide has not been updated since 2006. Kindergarten Common Core Standards for Speaking and Listening, number 3, expect students to be able to ask and answer questions to seek help, obtain information, or clarify what they do not understand. The development of self-advocacy and executive function skills are just beginning for a kindergarten student, and their development is a lifelong struggle for a person with a developmental disability. It would take me days to outline the dozens of similar examples throughout the standards that highlight the nature of my children's disabilities and do nothing to measure their knowledge or their skills. Having a cognitive or language-based disability does not mean that a person is not intelligent or capable, but that is how the Common Core state standards make my daughter feel every day at school. She was forced to relearn multiplication this year so that she will be able to get full credit on her tests. And she has ELA assignments that are entirely inappropriate for a 5th grader, let alone one with a developmental disability. My daughter should not have homework that makes her cry. The Common Core standards are in effect bullying my daughter and thousands of others like her. The implementation of the Common Core is a violation of my daughter's rights under the Dignity for All Students Act, and I find it extremely ironic that they're being implemented simultaneously. The vast majority of students with these types of disabilities will never be able to pass these tests. The standards themselves, the tests, and the accommodations are biased and discriminatory against students with learning differences. As the saying goes, there's more than one way to skin a cat, but not when you take the Common Core-based examinations. In that case, there's only one permitted way to answer each question. If a child arrives at the correct answer, but not in the way that the test prescribes, they cannot receive full credit for that answer. This completely eliminates the need to teach children multiple ways to solve a problem. Isn't that the opposite of what we want for our children? Isn't that the opposite of universal design for learning principles, which the Common Core is supposed to be based on? Don't we want to teach our students to be creative, divergent thinkers? That testing accommodation guide states testing accommodations must be consistent with instructional accommodations currently in place in the classroom. But the reverse is not true. The accommodations put in place in the classroom are not permitted on these types of tests or on the Regents exams. Making accommodations that will allow my son to demonstrate his knowledge will not adversely affect anybody else or the validity of the test, and it will allow him to demonstrate his grasp of the material that he works so hard to learn every single day. It is imperative that we eliminate the Common Core in New York State. The goal of education is to allow children to realize their full potential, not to pass untested, invalid tests created by business, not educators, created before the standards themselves were even completed. My children are competent and smart. Their future should not be in jeopardy because of the Common Core. Changes are needed immediately, and our children cannot wait for them.